our Country Crack School Masterclasses, we're trying to basically take a tour of all the different crack widths. Finger cracks, hand cracks, off width and chimney, and give people the fundamental techniques that you use for each of those widths.
With your thumbs down, because that way you always get this bit of your thumb in.
I think the main things that people come away with is an improvement in technique, an understanding that the pain in cracks is kind of okay to start with, and that you have to accept this somewhat to start learning.
You don't have to take your hands out, you can just kind of undercut the crack a bit.
Yeah, it was really good. Enjoyed it, learned a lot of good skills off Pete, giving us lots of tips on how to do all the different jamming techniques. Hopefully it just helps me improve my own jamming skills. It gives me that extra technique, so when I go to the crag I can hopefully get a little bit more progression on some of the routes that perhaps would have been a bit tricky beforehand.
Well, after spending 2 weeks in Indian Creek and not getting too far up the cracks, thought it's about time learning to do it properly. And being here in the Peak District, I thought loads of crack climbing, got to improve it. So I thought I can learn from the best.
So what you do is you start with your fingers and top finger jam and come down the finger crack. Got a nice foothold down there to help you then transition into the off width. You've got stacks or hand fist stacks into here. You've got this crimp rail that you can also use to help you along. Go across the crack, another foothold to help you then swing round the corner into a perfect hand jam all the way to the top. And that's the end of part one. Then part two is where you then reverse that hand crack again. You're swinging back around into the off width. This time you have no crimp rail and you have none of the orange screw-ons. Hand stacking underneath, feet in the crack all the way along to here. Tricky swing round the corner back to the finger crack. Again, not using this hold here. And up the finger crack to the last jam to finish. That's your challenge.